In this video, I will teach you how to do reflections over horizontal and vertical lines. Just a quick explanation of horizontal lines and vertical lines. So horizontal lines, the equation is always y equals and then some number. It's always going to be parallel to the x-axis because the y value will never change. And then my trick I like to remember is if you draw a y, it sort of looks like an upside down H, so that's just a little trick I use to remember. So for example, the graph below in red, you can see the line y equals 2. Vertical lines, the equation is going to be x equals a number. It's always going to be parallel to the y-axis because the x value will never change. And my trick to remember this one is that x kind of looks like it's made out of two V's. And so hopefully that will help you remember vertical. And then below you can see an example of the line x equals 2, so you can see the difference. In this example, I'm going to show you how to reflect over the line y equals -1. And again, just so we remember, the line y equals -1 is going to be horizontal, and -1 would be here, so I'm just kind of highlighting that in red for you. And that's going to be our first step, is to highlight that line. Next, you're going to choose one of your points. So I'm going to start with Q. And you're going to count the distance from that point to the highlighted line. And if you look, Q is actually 0 points from the line because it's on the line. Then you're going to count the same number in the opposite direction, but just like I said, Q's on the line, so it's actually not going to move. So Q prime is going to be in the exact same spot. The next point, G, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the line. And so I have to go 5 in the opposite direction. And it actually fell off my graph, but I'll just draw it right below. So that's G prime. And then if I count L, it's 1, 2, 3 from the line, 3 in the opposite direction. There's L. And if I connect those, there's my new figure. In this example, I'll show you how to reflect over the line x equals 1. And so x equals 1 is going to be a vertical line at 1, so I'm highlighting it in red. It's the same steps as the last one, so I'm going to count how far each point is from that line and then across the same amount. So we'll start with L because L's on the line. It's going to stay right where it is. If I count G, it's 2 away from the line, so I'm going to go 2 in the opposite direction. And Q is 3 from the line, so I have to go 3 in the opposite direction. And there is my new figure.